Oh, no, 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 no.
And I'm sure there are some people out there that look to me as some source of expertise or whatever. And I hate to disappoint you guys, but when it comes to airplanes, air traffic control, helicopters, you know, I don't know too much. I really don't. Now, with that being said, now I do know enough to kind of get myself in trouble. I know the front from the back of the plane. I understand the wings, I get that. I do. Um, but that's pretty much about it. But I think I do understand that you don't want to land a plane, flip it onto a side, send it another runway, catch it on fire, and everything. I would think that's a no. And again, man, I'm a novice. I really am when it comes to air traffic control. But that would be, I would think, a no. Um, with that being said, did this have anything to do with DI? I think it could have. Diversity, equity, inclusion. I think, I believe it could have. Now, I don't know for sure, but I believe it really could have. Why? Well, we've seen quite a few things happen over the past um, couple of months that have really opened our eyes to what's happening. And I think also, man, as you look back over the last couple of years, things have gotten worse. But I don't know for sure. But I want to show you guys, man, some things, including the experts, the authority figures in Canada, the first responders, and the people over the incident that they had speaking about this. I want you guys to pay attention to who was talking and who was in the background. And I think that might answer a few questions when it comes to DEI. And is it real? Watch.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. My name is Karen Mazurkowicz. I'm the Vice President of Stakeholder Relations and Communications for Toronto Pearson. Today, Toronto Pearson CEO and President Deborah Flint will be providing an update on airport operations and the investigation following Monday's incident. We also have several representatives from our first responder agencies, as well as our COO of Toronto Pearson Operations. So behind me are Peel Regional Police Deputy Chief Mark Andrews, Peel Paramedics Commander of Operations Corey Tokach, Mississauga Fire Chief Darren Reetsey, and Toronto Pearson's Fire Chief Todd Aiken, and Khalil Laramet from our COO of Toronto Pearson. With that, I'd like to welcome Toronto Pearson CEO Deborah Flint, who will take a couple of questions after her remarks. Following that, our first responders are available to also answer some questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen, and good morning to all. We are providing a third update this morning on yesterday's events as the accident transitions to the investigation phase, and I will share more on that investigation phase and what to expect shortly. First, however, it's really important to recognize how grateful we are that there was no loss of life or life-threatening injury.
This, we have got to be honest. This has been handpicked. I mean, honestly, we just saw a heavy-set white woman out there talking. Now you had a woman of color, right there. This is Canada, number one. Right behind her, you have what appears to be a black man. And off to the side here, you have what appears to be a white woman with glasses. And over here, you finally have a white man. Guys, man, this again is Canada. But, you know, this is handpicked. This is dangerous. And I'm going to show you more of what I mean. Watch.
This plane is not going to move unless they got a tow truck or something. Yeah, the wheel is broken. Yeah, the wheel is gone.
Guys, man, that was Southwest Flight 345 out of, 2013, I think it was. Again, we have got to understand that was very similar to what happened a couple days ago up in Canada. Again, they came in way too hot, way too fast. And, again, when they touched down, the front landing gear broke off. And the plane apparently was a total loss for the airline. And there were 7 people that were seriously injured. Again, I'm glad no one, was killed, but still. We got to understand up in Canada a couple days ago, that's pretty much what happened. Again, they came in way too fast, way too hot. And in both cases, it was a female pilot. Way too fast, way too hot. And when they landed up in Canada, again, they touched down on the wheels on the landing gear, and they flipped onto their side, skidded, caught fire, and sheared off one of the wings before they stopped. Luckily, no one was killed. Guys, we have got to understand this stuff started under Obama. I mean, it really got to start under Obama. During his administration, there was a shortage of pilots. And he really introduced and pushed diversity. And, again, that was also a good way for the airlines to save money as well. Again, if they lower the standards a little bit, some of the training and, again, if they went for the more inexperienced folks, they could get around paying, the higher salaries. And again, that was doubled down upon during COVID because, again, the airline industry was trying to save money during that time period. So, again, that was doubled down upon then. And again, here we see ourselves a few years later, and look what's happened just in the past month. And again, we're seeing close calls left and right. And again, that what happened in D.C. a few weeks back. There was a female Black Hawk helicopter pilot. And apparently she was flying 100 feet too high. And she was told this, but she didn't correct it. And apparently the American, I think it was American Airlines flight, they saw the Black Hawk helicopter in their flight path, and they pulled up right at the last second, 1 second before the crash. Again, guys, DEI does not work, especially when there's the possible loss of life. And I'm going to show you guys a video of a airline that is bragging about how diverse they are, even to the point to where they're making morbid jokes. Watch.
Leave the saving of the world to the men? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Live fast, die young, bad girls do it well. Live fast, die young.
No, we ain't giving no hold. I ain't Romeo and now hold. Making a party, chocolate Barbie, waiting on me for.
It won't
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
So what is your name as a group?
The Click.
Click or click?
Click.
Let's do it.
looking at me like I'm some sweet escape. Obvious that you want me, but I said I would want myself. The reason I'll be sad, gonna get a grip. Don't make sense. Then you're driving me home, and it kinda comes out as I get up to go. You kiss me in your car, and it feels like the start of a movie I've seen before, but it's not real, and you don't exist, and I can't recall the last time I was kissed. It hits me in the car, and it feels like the end of a movie I've seen.
I mean, that kind of stuff is what I guess goes for ads, commercials, whatever, for airlines now. Now, contrast that to, 40 years ago. What was, ads for airlines, commercials at that time? Back, when I was a kid. Watch.
We try a little harder every night and every day. We work a little longer till we find a better way. We're giving you our best. Yes, we're American, we're giving our best.
Every single one of us.
In the airport and in the air.
From takeoff to landing.
We're giving you
Low fares on every flight.
We're giving our best.
Gotta be more.
We're giving you.
High standards all the way.
We're giving our best.
Just what you'd expect from Americans.
We're giving our best. We're giving you our best. Yes, we're American and we're giving our best. No matter where we fly, we're out to lead the rest. Yes, we're American and we're giving our best. We're American Airlines, doing what we do best.
When Delta Airlines Steve Masutka found a wedding ring,
The person who lost a ring, please return to Delta's gate B6.
I'll be standing over here
he
by
knew
the jet.
someone had to be very unhappy.
Young man, are you the one who found my ring?
Yes, ma'am.
This means so much to me. How can I repay you?
It's just part of my job, ma'am.
Again, guys, man, we got to be honest about this. We have got to be honest. I think people, for the most part, they are done with woke. They are done with DEI. You know, again, not only is DEI and woke and whatever superficial, it's not real, but it's dangerous. I mean, it's downright dangerous. The way they want to have things laid out. You know, they're sacrificing work. They're sacrificing what is good, what is right, what is safe, what is not. And again, it's one thing if you want to have flight attendants that dance around and act like a bunch of schoolgirls. And it's something else, to have pilots that are doing the same thing. Again, the way we are going is in clear opposition to safety. And again, man, I think so many people are done with the woke. They're done with DI. They're done with all the stuff. And again, I believe that is the reason why Donald Trump got elected this past year. Because again, people are done. They are done with the woke stuff. We want to go back, make America great again, the way things were 30, 40 years ago. Again, and also at that time when I was a kid, relations between racial groups were better, not worse. Again, we didn't have all this over dramatized bullshit we have going on now. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a